Hey, hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back. Haven't been around for a while. Um, I'm being chased by being harassed by Facebook and other people for stupid stuff I say. I guess I don't know. I think it's most of what I get in trouble for is reposting other people's stuff, and then it's funny. You repost it from one person and it's banned and it's taken down. You repost it from another person and they don't do anything about it. But I don't know whether I'll be able to post this live video to them because they say I can't do live videos or sell anything or something else they put on me till the 25th of March. So, but I probably added enough to it now. I don't care. So how's everybody doing? You know, I think Trump's losing his mind. You get a tariff one day, tariff not the next day. Sits there and he understands that people stopped listening to him in that speech to Congress almost instantly. That you could just tell them they were there, but they weren't listening. I mean, he's really got some he's really got some problems there. I think I don't know. Um, I don't know what the problems are. I'm not a psychologist, even though I studied some of it in college. I just don't get it. This stuff that I put up. He's uh, he's just distracting from something, and what he's doing is he's stealing a lot of money. He and Musk going to walk out of there with tons of money, and what he wants to do is it's like I wrote a little blurb on Facebook today about I don't even know whether that got posted anywhere, but basically what I was saying is that he's destroying all this stuff, but he's not replacing it with anything. That was the problem that they had in his first term when they wanted to get rid of Obamacare, and everybody was saying, okay, let's get rid of Obamacare. They couldn't come up with something that was acceptable to everybody. This time they're not even bother trying to come up with something. They're just wiping stuff out. I don't know how many millions of Americans are either worried about, have suffered some sort of loss because of this. Uh, but the biggest losers are the Democratic Party because they're doing nothing. Um, they don't have a leader. They've somehow or another decided that by voting censuring Al Green, that if they tend to be the proper party, that things will work out for them. Nah, you need a screaming bitch like AOC or something like that to come in and take over this party. They're just AOC doesn't have the I don't know whether she has the background to elevate herself politically, but I mean she does her research. She's got some good comments, and I think you should really the Republican Party should really take a look at her for something down the road, speaker or something like that. But they're not even putting candidates forward yet for the midterm elections. They're basically surrendering, and Trump loves that kind of shit. And then what they're doing is that the American public is surrendering. Um, it's ridiculous. Did you see today's Rolling Stone story where the administration is telling people in I forgot the department of Social Security that they cannot read general news on their computer while they're working? Well, okay, so they can look it up on their phone when they're not working. You know, uh, he's trying to control the narrative and I don't know exactly what he's doing. But like I said, he's destroying things, Now he was supposed to sign a an executive order today to dismantle the board of the Department of Education, and he just appointed Vince McMahon's wife to head that department. So then they say he's not going to do it now. Not going to write an executive order to do it, which means she'll just do it. So she'll take the heat for it. She'll do it. It's just comical sometimes, what's being done. Don't you agree? I don't know whether comical is the word for it or not, but definitely some crazy shit going down. I think people are getting dissatisfied with Musk. He's got a couple of things coming up with his space rockets and whatnot. If that doesn't work out for him, he's in big trouble. He's lost $100 billion. Tesla lost $100 billion. I don't know whether he lost $100 billion or not, but that's nothing to him. Well, actually, people say it's nothing to him. That's about 25% of. I think he has $400 billion. So that's like 25% of what he's worth. So I don't think he lost 100 billion, but Tesla lost 100 billion. Um, he's like Trump. The companies around him lose money. In the articles that keep showing up are old articles like how can you vote for a man that bankrupted a casino? He says that's like bankrupting a money printing machine. The comments like that. That's fairly old. Uh, his stuff, his mistakes that he made with the casinos. He burned a lot of little guys. The big guys walked away with money, but the little guys, guys that did the repairs, the guys that worked day to day, small investors, they all lost money. You know, uh, that's what he does. That's how the mafia used to run their businesses. They would take over a business. Somebody owed them. They would get a guy in debt, and they would take the business from him, and then they would turn around and sell off all its assets, or use it for some criminal enterprise, and then sell off all its assets and bankrupt the business. And they made money nobody else did. You know, people that they owed money to, they just lost. It's just, I'm sitting here, I'm waiting for the revolution. I'm waiting for somebody to get really, really, really ticked off and starting a movement. And that's what you need. And that says, hey, what are you talking about? That's not right. We can't do that now. You know, Trump's too powerful. No, he's not. The government is still for the people, by the people. So you still have an opportunity to go out there and start some shit and see what happens. That's what I would do. I would start some shit and see what happens. I try to, I put stuff forward that I thought would, upset people, rattle a couple of trees or something, and nah. Oh, here's one. I read an article. Kamala said something finally, and everybody said, "Oh, she's back, she's back, she's back." Damn, I don't want her back. Uh, she didn't have what it takes to beat him the first time, and her group of supporters didn't have what it took to beat him the last time. I think it's necessary to go out, find candidates for start at the mayor, the governor, and the Congress of the United States. Now, I'm not sure the Democratic Parties want to do that. Maybe we should all go like Bernie Sanders and be independent. Yeah, he sides with the Democrats for most part, but he's more of a socialist than he is anything else. And I don't think that's such a bad idea the way he wants to do things. I mean, you can't compromise with Trump because he, like I said in one of my posts, I forget what, probably Facebook or Mastodon or Universadon. They Putin and Trump have never met a promise or a deal that they haven't broken. Uh, Trump has never told a lie that he doesn't believe. That's what makes him such a convincing liar. That and the fact that he realizes you people are stupid. Now nobody wants to hear that they're stupid. I don't want to hear I'm stupid. But if you listen to the thing, if you see this, I'm not going to say that everything the Democrats wanted to do is the right thing. All I'm going to say is I don't believe you could elect a failure for a second term. You know, um, I wasn't a big Joe Biden fan. I thought Kamala had a shot when she first came in. I was all excited, and then the novelty wore off, and I just sat back and prayed. Didn't work, but I prayed. Somebody out there has a backbone and is young enough to come in and dismantle this old boys network that's going on right now. You know, uh, you have to. I would say you would have to impeach Alito or somebody else in the Supreme Court to get the ball rolling. But in order to do that, I believe you have to have a majority in the House of Representatives and quite possibly the Senate. Uh, you have to get rid of Trump. Impeachment's not the way to do it. You want to destroy everything around him. You want to get control of everything he's trying to destroy. You want to stop him in the track, and then he'll just die because his brain will explode. He won't be able to handle it. You know, if you frustrate Trump enough, he just does something truly, truly stupid. And what about this little worm, J.D. Vance? What the hell is he doing? Sitting in on these meetings with Zelensky and saying stupid shit, getting them. That was a setup. And the thing is that some people believed he was right and he did everything right. The guy said they've gone over how many times he's thanked the American public for helping him, the Americans for helping him. Trump doesn't need to be thanked. Trump hasn't done anything to help him. Trump is trying to sell him out. So I don't think he needs to thank him. And Vance is a little weasel. He called Trump Hitler, and now he sits around and says to him, hey, I want to kiss your ass again. What's the logic in that? How are we supposed to handle that? How does that little ugly shrimp, get any? He's, they're saying they're going to groom him to be the next president after Trump. Well, Trump's already trying to figure out how to get a third term out of this. He's almost senile now, so I think if he tries to run for a third term, they're going to have somebody else there. I think stopping him is a top priority. I won't live through his third term, but if I'm lucky, I'll live to see him get kicked out of the White House. But we'll see how that works out. But I'm sad. I'm disappointed. I'm frustrated. I don't know from month to month how my income's going, and I have family that just doesn't pay any attention to this stuff. They don't understand that this is our source of income. If they're not getting excited, they must have another source of income down here. My wife's got a lot of money salted away in the bank, and she's not going to give it to me. I just helped out my stepson more than this is the second or third time I've helped him out with cash because I like him. You know, he's a good guy. He's got a good heart. I think both his sons realized that if I was living in the United States, I wouldn't be living with my wife right now. But that's, at least I don't think so. Things would have to change drastically. Kind of like sitting around talking to you people. It's fun. I don't get to do that too often anymore. Part of it's my fault. I don't. Uh, I don't have the energy to do it. It takes a lot of work to sit here and do that. You may not think so, but trying to come up with I don't write stuff down, except topics, and then I have to talk about the topic and try to remember it. And this was very, very spontaneous tonight. I was just laying on the bed watching television. There's nothing on TV. I said, let me go make a video and see if anybody watches it. It's uh, it's fun to sit here and pretend you're talking to people. Um, so let's see, what else can I talk about? Travis Kelsey resigned for another year with the Chiefs. They need a big offensive line. It's like when the Washington Redskins they had Riggins in the backfield, and I forgot the quarterback. I think it was the black quarterback that won the Super Bowl, Doug Wilson, and they had a line in front of him that was like 350 pounds from end to end. Giants. That's why all the fans used to wear these pig masks and everything, because that's what the hogs. That's what they were called. So I don't know if that's a trend or what. It's funny though that nobody's brought up this the fact that the play that Philadelphia uses, the tush push or whatever they want to call it, was actually a play that was banned in the 20s or 30s or whatever, from when they stopped using they stopped using the single wing formations and whatnot. They You had to stop changing that. You couldn't interlock your arms, you couldn't interlock your legs. Well, they do that, and somebody's going to get really hurt doing that one these days, and then maybe they'll end it then. But that's a maybe. So anyhow, uh, I assume all you people are okay, health wise and everything like that. Uh, I don't know for sure, but I hope so. There we go. Maybe you can hear me better now. I don't know. Everything seems to be working, but I'm not sure. It's difficult to tell with the setup I have. I have to change some things around, which I'll be doing. So I'm going to change my operating system again. I just upgrade a little further on the Linux chain. I'm going up to Linux Mint 22. I skipped 21.3 because I had a lot of problems with that when I installed it, and it just wasn't worth the effort, to try and fix it. Don't know where the glitch was, but I just decided I didn't want anything to do with it. So I went back to 20, and that works pretty good. That's what we're doing this on now. What else can I tell you? Oh, Gene Hackman died. Yeah, that was pretty horrible. He was one of my favorite actors. First time I saw him was that I remember seeing him was a French Connection, Popeye Doyle. I thought he was great. Some others. I don't remember the names of the movies. I just remembered I liked it. He was in it. I watch it. Sometimes I liked it. Most of the time I liked it. Or I liked him anyhow in it. Maybe some of the rest of the people weren't that good. But that happens in the movies. So let's see, sports, movies, politics. What else is there to talk about? Well, my dog Lucy, but she's not here right now, so I'm not gonna. I don't want to talk to her when she's not about her when she's not here. She gets upset when she finds out. When I watch a video and she hears me talking about her, and she gets upset. But we've gotten. I don't know. I changed her food. For some reason, it changed her personality. She's much easier to walk with now, and we go for very long walks, which is good for both of us. I do it for me more than I do it for her. A long walk. She's just keeping me company. I try not to make it too hot for her or anything like that. I'm going to do some more wood burning projects. I'd show them to you, but every time I move that camera, it shuts itself off, and I don't want to lose you. But I don't sell the stuff on here. I did. If I sell them, wait a minute, that's one of the things I can't do right now on Facebook's marketplace. Can't sell anything. They won't let me do it. I appeal to everybody. I don't think it means anything when you do that. But one of the things that I do know, where a lot of these, at least Facebook is concerned, one person can get you banned from Facebook. One individual can complain about you, and they will take down a post or whatever. It depends. I don't think a lot of people like me over there because they're all pro-Trump, and I'm not pro-Trump. Far from it. Um, I'm not even pro-politics, but I sincerely hope. I don't know when if this is gonna happen or not. But it's that the Democrats come up with somebody, and I have something to talk about later on this year. Uh, Assuming I'm still capable of doing this. Uh, I can't even find out anything about my Social Security because he fired everybody. That's what I say. I don't know if I'm still gonna be here. But I'm trying to remember the articles I read, various articles to talk about. But I think the way Trump is going about this, I have an idea he's got a bigger plan. But he doesn't have any answers. He knows what to take. He's tearing things apart, but he doesn't have any answers on how to fix them. His way of fixing them is just to tear them apart and make them useless. You know, he's doing it to the FBI. I understand that. Excuse me. U.S. Marshals are part of Elon Musk's bodyguards. I know a couple of those guys. I'm surprised they're doing it. Um, Although they do have a habit of protecting some really bad people because they protect the people in the witness protection plan. So that's some seriously bad people. They're good at hiding people. Maybe that's why he wants them protecting him so he can go hide. Notice how he disappears every once in a while, Musk? Where's he go? Does he lock himself in the bathroom or something? He should. Oh, God. Well, as far as I can tell, nobody's watching me. So I don't know whether that's going to work out real well. But you can look for me whenever. Usually, if I go to pop up, I pop up around 7 o'clock. Usually a Thursday night, but maybe it'll be a Sunday night. You don't know. It depends what's on TV and how bored I am. Because I need to. I can't. I'm not gonna take away from what I like to stand here and have nobody watch me. uh, Lucy likes to help me out, but that's about it. So you can see over here. This is over here. This is my work table where I do my wood burning and stuff like that. It's got some wood on it now that I'm working on. I'm waiting for a piece of equipment to come in. I ordered another burner to help me do this stuff. I like art, certain types of it. I like animal art because I love animals. Here's the thing: I've never seen a deer in Colombia, but they love anything with deer in it. You know, got a bunch of squirrels down here now. When I moved in here about 16 years ago, there were no squirrels to be found, and there was much, much, much more vegetation than there is now. There weren't as many. There's were something like 18 less apartment complexes in this area, and so it was pretty wild and hairy, and no squirrels. Now they're all over the place. I guess they like humans, because I guess we're garbage people. We leave a lot of fruit and stuff laying out, and that's what they eat. I've seen some of the I've seen the biggest spider I've ever seen in my life down here, and we think it was a wolf spider. It was as big as my hand, which is I don't know, 8 inches, something like that. Scared, and he was aggressive. Scared the hell out of me. Well, I'm not afraid of uh, what's going to happen to me. Um, yeah, I know I can't go back to the United States. Now I have a big, big problem. I have to get a birth certificate without going to the United States. This ought to be fun. Uh, we start researching that tomorrow morning and see what I can do. Um, I should really have had a plan to come out here and to talk, but I didn't. I was just sitting there saying, "It's Thursday night. Let's do a video." You know, uh, see what happens. Not a lot of people. The people don't seem to want to watch. I used to do them on Monday nights and get people to watch it, but I'm not competing with Monday Night Football, and I'm not going to do it earlier when I'm watching, pregame shows and TV and stuff like that. At the later part of the week, there's nothing on TV down here, so I sit around, and if I'm not reading, you know, I do this, some form of this. You can, I don't know whether you can like me or how you do the video thing, because I know when I do the videos and they're posted, you can like them, um, and you can subscribe to them. Doesn't say anything about subscribing to them down here, but uh, see if you can do it. Try to subscribe to it. Um, then you'll know when I'm on air. You'll get a notice. All right, it's just about time for me to leave. Um, I might go back to doing the non-live videos every day. Things pick up a little bit in the world. I just get tired of seeing the same old crap all the time. I have to got to be able to come up with something new. You know, And you can check me out at Jeffrey Bruff on Mastodon Social and Mastodon Universidon or Universal, something like that. Anyhow, and Facebook. It's a Jeffrey Bruff is there too. All right, that's it for me today. I'll see you when I see you.